Hello, devoted fans of Days of Our Lives. Welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest, your go-to source for the juiciest updates from the heart-pounding world of Salem. It's August 12th, 2025, and today's episode delivered a roller coaster of emotions, shocking revelations, and tantalizing mysteries that left us all on the edge of our seats. If you're craving every dramatic detail from today's episode, you've come to the right place. Buckle up as we dive deep into the stories that unfolded, painting a vivid picture of the heartbreak, hope, and suspense that define our beloved soap opera. EJ's hypnosis session. A desperate search for truth. The air in Salem was thick with tension today as EJ DiMera, still grappling with the trauma of being shot, underwent his second hypnosis session under the expert guidance of Dr. Marina Evans. The question on everyone's mind: who pulled the trigger that fateful night? EJ's memory remains a foggy labyrinth, and the first hypnosis session yielded no clear answers. Today, however, the stakes were higher, the atmosphere more charged, as Marina prepared to guide EJ back into the recesses of his mind, hoping to unearth the truth buried beneath layers of trauma. The session began in Marina's dimly lit office, where EJ sat, his jaw clenched, his eyes betraying a mix of determination and vulnerability. Marina, ever the consummate professional, set aside her personal reservations about EJ's tumultuous history. Her voice, steady and soothing, coaxed him into a trance, her words like a lifeline pulling him back to that dark, chaotic night. As EJ's mind drifted, flashes of memory flickered, blurred faces, a glint of metal, the deafening crack of a gunshot. The audience held their breath, wondering if this would be the moment EJ finally identified his attacker. A new memory surfaced, jagged and incomplete, like a puzzle missing half its pieces. EJ recalled a shadowy figure, their silhouette framed against the moonlight, but their face remained maddeningly out of focus. Was it a friend turned foe? A stranger with a vendetta? The hypnosis session ended with more questions than answers, leaving EJ frustrated and Marina deep in thought. As she jotted down notes, her sharp mind began to piece together fragments of evidence. EJ's fragmented recollections, the timeline of that night, and whispers of motive circulating in Salem. Could Marina's keen intuition lead her to a breakthrough, or is the truth still too deeply buried? Marina and Belle. A mother-daughter bond amidst the chaos before EJ's session, Marina shared a poignant moment with her daughter, Belle Black, in the cozy confines of the Brady pub. The conversation was heavy with concern, not just for EJ, but for the ripple effects his situation was having on those around him. Belle, ever the empathetic soul, expressed her fears about the hypnosis session. "What if it doesn't work, Mom?" she asked, her voice trembling. "What if EJ never finds out who did this to him?" Marina, wise and reassuring, placed a hand on Belle's, promising to do everything in her power to help EJ while keeping her own complicated feelings about him in check. This mother-daughter exchange was a masterclass in understated drama, showcasing the deep bond between Marina and Belle. Marina's resolve to focus on her professional duty, despite her personal history with EJ, highlighted her strength and compassion. Belle, meanwhile, was torn between her loyalty to her family and her unease about the web of secrets surrounding EJ's shooting. Their conversation set the stage for the emotional intensity of the hypnosis session, reminding viewers that in Salem, personal and professional lives are always intertwined. Belle and Johnny. A sibling heart-to-heart. As the day unfolded, Belle found herself in another heartfelt conversation, this time with her brother, Johnny DiMera, just before the trial that has Salem buzzing resumed. The retrial, pushed by EJ's relentless pursuit of justice, has caused a rift in the DiMera family, and Johnny was visibly weighed down by guilt. "I should have stopped him," Johnny confessed, his voice cracking as he recalled EJ's decision to reopen the case. "All this trouble, it's because of me." Belle, ever the supportive sister, was quick to absolve him. "You're not responsible for Dad's choices, Johnny," she said firmly, her eyes filled with compassion. Their exchange was a raw, emotional moment, as the siblings shared their fears and frustrations. Johnny's regret was palpable, a young man caught in the crossfire of his father's ambitions, while Belle's steadfast support underscored her role as the family's emotional anchor. Their conversation took a tender turn as they reminisced about simpler times, before trials and shootings tore their family apart. The scene was a reminder of the human cost of Salem's endless dramas, and viewers couldn't help but feel for Johnny, who seemed to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. As they parted ways, Belle's words lingered. "We'll get through this, Johnny. Together." But with the trial looming, the question remains, will the DiMera family emerge stronger, or will the truth tear them apart? Rachel's courtroom fears. A child caught in the storm. Meanwhile, young Rachel Black was grappling with her own fears as she prepared to testify in the trial. The pressure on her was immense, her small frame trembling as she confided in her parents, Brady Black and Kristen DiMera. "What if I say something wrong?" Rachel asked, her wide eyes filled with dread. "What if I make things worse for Johnny?" The possibility that her testimony could send her beloved uncle to jail was almost too much for her to bear. Brady and Kristen, despite their own tumultuous history, came together to support their daughter. Brady knelt beside her, his voice gentle but firm. "You just tell the truth, sweetheart. That's all you can do." Kristen, ever the protective mother, wrapped Rachel in a fierce embrace, her own eyes glistening with unshed tears. The scene was a gut punch for viewers, as the camera lingered on Rachel's anxious face, a stark reminder of how adult conflicts ripple down to the youngest members of Salem's families. As Rachel headed to the courthouse, her parents exchanged a worried glance. The weight of their daughter's testimony hung heavy in the air, and the uncertainty of what she might say on the stand added another layer of suspense to an already fraught day. Kristen's hands clenched into fists, betraying her fear that Rachel's words could tip the scales of justice in ways no one could predict. Brady, too, was visibly torn, his love for his daughter warring with his concern for the trial's outcome. The courtroom scenes promised to be a powder keg of emotion, and today's episode left us all wondering, can Rachel handle the pressure, or will her testimony ignite a new firestorm in Salem? Leo and Javi. A day of bonding and reflection in a quieter corner of Salem, Leo Stark and Javi Hernandez spent the day bonding with Tesoro, their adorable pet, in a scene that offered a brief respite from the episode's heavier moments. The trio's playful antics, Leo tossing a ball for Tesoro while Javi laughed at the dog's enthusiastic leaps, brought a much-needed dose of warmth to the episode. But beneath the light-hearted surface, a deeper emotional current ran through their scenes. As they sat together on a park bench, Leo and Javi's conversation turned to their birth mother, Sophia, and the letter she left behind. The letter, discovered earlier in the season, has been a source of both comfort and mystery for the brothers. Today, they pored over its words, searching for clues about Sophia's life and the sacrifices she made. "She gave up so much for us," Javi said softly, his voice thick with emotion. Leo nodded, his usual wit replaced by a rare vulnerability. "I wish we could have known her," he murmured, his gaze distant. The brothers' reflection on their mother's sacrifice was a poignant reminder of the ties that bind, even across generations. As they read the letter aloud, Sophia's words painted a vivid picture of a woman who loved fiercely and gave everything for her children. The scene was beautifully understated, with the camera lingering on the brothers' faces as they grappled with their shared loss. Could Sophia's letter hold hidden clues about their past, or perhaps even a connection to the mysteries swirling around Salem? The episode left this thread tantalizingly unresolved, promising more revelations to come. Marlena's theory. Piecing together the puzzle back at Marlena's office, the episode closed with a gripping scene that set the stage for future drama. Marlena sat at her desk, surrounded by notes and case files, her brow furrowed in concentration. The fragments of EJ's memory, combined with her own observations and the whispers of Salem's rumor mill, were beginning to form a theory. "It's someone close to him," she muttered to herself, her eyes narrowing. Someone who knew exactly where he'd be that night. Marlena's deductive skills were on full display as she cross-referenced timelines, alibis, and motives. The camera zoomed in on her notepad, where names and question marks were scrawled in her neat handwriting. Was it a Demera rival? A scorned ally? Or someone even closer, hiding in plain sight? The episode masterfully built suspense, leaving viewers to speculate wildly about the identity of EJ's shooter. Marlena's determination to uncover the truth promised to drive the storyline forward, and her quiet resolve was a testament to her status as one of Salem's most formidable minds. The bigger picture. Salem's Web of Secrets. Today's episode of Days of Our Lives was a masterclass in storytelling, weaving together personal dramas, family ties, and unresolved mysteries. From EJ's desperate search for answers to Rachel's courtroom fears, every scene was layered with emotion and intrigue. The show's ability to balance high-stakes drama with quieter, character-driven moments is what keeps fans coming back day after day. As we reflect on the events of August 12, 2025, one thing is clear. Salem is a town where no secret stays buried forever. EJ's hypnosis session may not have revealed the shooter's identity, but it brought us one step closer to the truth. Belle and Johnny's sibling bond offered a glimpse of hope amidst the chaos, while Rachel's impending testimony loomed like a storm cloud over the Black Demera family. And in the background, Leo and Javi's quiet moment of reflection hinted at deeper connections yet to be explored. What will happen next? Will Marlena's theory lead to a shocking revelation? Can Rachel withstand the pressure of the courtroom? And what secrets might Sophia's letter still hold? One thing is certain, the drama in Salem is far from over. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.